What's up, chat? What's up, YouTube? This is the Needle Podcast, episode 194. Dez is in the building, the Madden Bowl champion, the best Madden player in Madden 23, without a doubt, boys, without a doubt. So excited about that for sure. Let's get to it. What's up, boys? We will talk Super Bowl, probably, here at some point. We will, as it was a tough weekend for the boys. It was. But you know, we go again, right, boys? We go again. That's all you can do. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But at the end of the day, you go again. Right? It wasn't that I had an L on the one take. I realized that you got to make sure your phone is on you and it's not. I put it on vibrate or silent. You know, that's irresponsible. We talked about this all the time about ringtones. And if your ringtone is constantly on silent and you don't have a ringtone, you're just an irresponsible human. No one relies on you. No one depends on you. You could disappear and you wouldn't matter. That's pretty much what it's like if you walk around with your phone on silent, to be honest. Really. If your ringtone doesn't grab your attention immediately, you don't matter. You really don't matter. Next year's Super Bowl matchup, Eagles versus Bengals next year. Burrow gets it done. Eagles versus Bengals next year, without a doubt. Unless you're a cheater. Well, if you're out there cheating, then you got to turn your phone all the way off. Or I'll give you guys some advice, right? If you're a cheater, you got to start leaving your phone in the car. Or leave your phones in, literally just leave it in the car. I would never bring my phone in people's houses if I was out there. Stuff I could, get caught up doing. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping on Mahomes. Mahomes is so amazing. He did so much. All right, but why not ask the Madden champion what he thinks? I mean, I don't know how much that. Now, I didn't know. All right, well, we'll get into it, but as we'll bring my man Dez in here, the champion of the world. The champion of the world. Yo. There he is. Dez, the champion. Now, what I want to ask you, what is your, football... Because I didn't know that your pop, you guys were, big into, real football, but we learned that through the Madden. What is, your football expertise 1 to 10? I didn't know that you were, this dialed in. So I think you might be higher than most people think.
I'm a football expert. I'd say probably an 8.
Okay, an 8. All right. So
Yeah.
before we start talking about Madden, I got to ask you about the Super Bowl and your overall opinions of the game on Sunday.
It was hard-fought game.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting game. I think what really did it was I can't really remember a moment where in the game that stood out to me, but
Mm-hmm.
I think the Eagles were a little conservative on their play calling in the second half. There's a few times where they should have gone for it on fourth down. Instead, they punted. A little conservative with the QB sneaks, but I mean, that's what kind of cost them, in my opinion.
Okay. Now, you are a Cowboys fan, correct? What all right, since you're a football expert in football family, because me, I'm a diehard. I'm an 11 out of 10. What's your level as far as Cowboy fanhood for you?
Probably for me, my dad's more of a bigger fan than me. Probably, so I'd probably say myself like a 7. He's probably like a 9.
So is that where your Cowboy fanhood came from? Your father put you on the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Wow. And so, did he have any ties to Texas or anything, or he just was like, I like the Cowboys?
He was just like, I like the Cowboys. He started liking them though when they sucked. He said so. He doesn't like to be called a bandwagon.
Now, I do know that you are half my age. Did you know that I've lived two of your lives? Your life, I've lived it twice. You know,
Nah, I,
that's
I never really thought of it like that. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie.
yeah. Two, your life when you think about them, my whole life, just think double that, and that's where I'm at. So I would assume that your dad is probably like what in his 40s or my age or like 30.
No,
You
no,
know,
no, 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 no. He's like 51.
okay, okay. So he pop. All right, so I mean, I guess maybe he could have liked the Cowboys in the '80s when they were a little light, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But we'll get into some Cowboys talk a little bit later. Do you
Uh-huh.
do you, I and we'll get into that a little bit later because I got a lot of Cowboys questions, man. Because it's a good topic. But let's talk about Madden Bowl. Let's talk about this is and honestly, when did you start playing Madden? As you being 17, it's got to be like what Madden, like comp Madden, like you were actually a sweat, like Madden 16, not
Oh,
Madden 16, like Madden 21 or something, right?
yeah, no, like when I started like playing competitively, like wasn't old enough, but Madden 21, I was 15. I was like playing all the dudes in like tournaments and money games and stuff. That's like when I really started like
Mm-hmm.
playing comp.
Okay. Now, so this is without a doubt. Was this your first like any type of in person thing? Like, did you go to any like blockbuster tournament? You probably don't even know what blockbusters. Any GameStop tournaments or anything like that? You know, did you do anything of that?
Well, last year it was April Madden 22. Last year, me and Astro went to like it was only like 8 people there. It was like an in-person tournament for Nerd Street, but it was kind of
Okay.
mid. So like there
Okay.
wasn't really any in-person vibes to it, I'd say.
Okay. So talk about this experience getting. Now you do live in Cali. Was it? Did you still fly to San Francisco? How far away from San Fran are you?
Yeah, nah. I was living in Newport Beach, so it was like it was a 40-minute flight. I mean, we flew up there. We didn't drive.
Okay. Now Newport Beach is like LA, pretty much, right? I don't know.
It's like an hour away from LA.
Okay, okay. So you still flew to San Francisco. That's nice. So, uh, talk about the experience of having a live event, and what were you expecting, and what did it like surprise you with, and what did you like were ready for the most part.
It's way different than like when I was making tournaments online, for EA. Like they make you get up at a certain time, they make you eat at a certain time, they make you do all this other stuff. They hook it up, the media day, the this, the that. You don't really have a lot of time to like really lock it on the game for real. Like you kind of
Mm-hmm.
just gotta play a couple games in the players lounge before, like 1 to 2 games, and you gotta go out there and ball. That's like kind of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, but it was cool. I kind of liked it that way. I'm not a guy that likes to like lab heavy or like play crazy route games before I play. So it was cool.
All right, definitely. Now were you there? Because obviously the final four, the final eight was like midweek before Monday. Were you there that whole weekend in San Fran, or did you go back home?
Yeah, nah. So what happened? So yeah, I made the final four. It was like Thursday night, but Friday afternoon we drove up. My grandpa lives 30 minutes away from the studio. Lives in the Bay Area, so we drove up and we stayed with him 2 nights, and I got to see like all my friends that I grew up with and stuff because we like moved a year ago.
Okay. Now, did you bring the Xbox to this 2 day trip, or did you get away from Madden completely?
Nah, like that's T Davis said on the broadcast that I brought my PlayStation with me, like labbed all day. Like that wasn't true. I didn't bring anything with me. I didn't play Madden until the day that I played, or the night before that I played when I got back to the hotel.
Okay. Okay. And you said you like to be like kind of escape the game a little bit before you play, rather than like sit there for 10 hours in game.
Yeah, like I feel like it just stresses myself out. I can't like burn myself out like that.
All right. Did you notice like when you played these in person games where you played Kiv and you played Henry? I guess that was your only in person one. Was there another one? The Final Four and the finals.
Nah, I play Cobalts, the
Okay,
one
that was in
before.
person too. Okay, okay, all right, all right.
Yeah.
Now, did you notice? Was it like anything different than playing online? Did you notice the atmosphere? Were you able to focus on the game as much as you were at home, or was it like different things you had to block out?
I think it was I yeah, no, I was way more focused there because of the damn noise canceling headphones they gave. Like you can't hear
Mm-hmm.
anything. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually wild. But what do you call it? Yeah, nah. It is way different though. It is way different though. I will say that.
Yeah. Okay. So and are we we're pro live events, right? Like that's something you think for your play style and for the entire sport you like that, huh?
Yeah, no. It's definitely that's where it's meant to be played in person. Madden.
Okay. Well, I am glad that you joined us because I did hear that you were declining interviews because people weren't following you on Twitter. They did reach out for me, and they said Des didn't want to do an interview because I wasn't following him on Twitter. So talk about that. Are people reaching out? Are you doing a lot of
It
interviews, or
was
what's
okay. Hold on. It was one person, and
okay?
he came off in the DM a little like pushy. I was like, bro, like, how are you like demand? Like, he was like demanding an interview. I'm like, bro, how you like coming off like this? It
Hmm.
was a bad look for him, not for me. It was a bad look for him. So
Yeah,
I declined, and he was mad. Simple as that.
I mean, I would have followed you before I asked for an interview, but then, that's just me. First of
How
all,
you gonna? Go
this is
ahead.
the wild part is that then he added me like, wow, these people don't get it. W is the one that gets the future Madden, but he's not even following me either. So who really cares about Madden at the end of the day?
Like exactly, like he came off in the DM demanding an interview, and like I checked it, he wasn't even following me. I'm like, bro, like that's like I had to check him. That's really what it was.
That's right. You gotta make sure people are following you. You got to start building all these. They gotta follow you. They gotta know that you are. I mean, you're the best player in the world now.
Yeah,
But I hope you continue to get more and more interviews. I always thought my philosophy was even I would do like the smallest little shit like people on Twitter like, would you hop on my show? I'd be like, sure, no problem, because one, you're gonna make that person a fan because they're gonna be so indebted to you. Like, wow, you really came on my show, so they're always gonna support you. And then if you get one person that listens to it, even if there's only two people listening to the damn interview, you get one of those people to like you, bang, now you got two new fans to grow on your next endeavors and things like that. And like I want to ask is like when I won and I became a Madden competitive real like a champion, I was a grown up. I didn't have any options. I was this was
yeah.
and so has this last year of your success changed the outlook on like what you want to be when you grow up, I guess, or what your career path will have and schooling path will have in the next couple of years? Has that changed that at all?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like before going into this year, like I was just a senior in high school who had a lot of free time and just played Madden when he got home. That's like what it was. But, I just got crazy good this year. I made a ton of money and now, yeah, it has changed like my future plans, what I'm gonna do in the future. Obviously with like I plan on going to college next year playing under esports scholarship, representing the school. So, I mean, it's obviously like changing my whole future. Like I didn't have the opportunity coming into this year. So yeah.
Okay, so is that something you've been looking into, or people been reaching out to for this esports scholarship type thing?
Yeah, no, like it's especially after this tournament. It happened a little bit after I won the Thanksgiving one, but especially after this one, it's just all like everyone's coming in. Zoom meetings, Google Meets, you know, phone calls, text messages. It's pretty crazy, really.
Now, do you want to stay close to home with school, or do you want to go like as far as possible? What's your thoughts on that?
I wanna be independent for once. I've been living with my parents my whole life. I kind of
Hmm.
wanna get out, experience living on my own, not really relying on anybody. That's kind of what I want to do, but I'm not too close to home. Not too close to home.
There you go. Now, when did, because I'm assuming you're like any kid like I was, where your parents were like, you got to get off the game, like, focus on school, blah, you play the game too much. When did that like transfer to like now they're all in supporting you? Like, what was the moment that your parents kind of all bought into the whole gaming thing?
Well, I mean, it literally like just happened. Like when I before I made the Thanksgiving tournament, like even this year, Madden 23, like September, August, they were shutting off the internet like 10 o'clock at night when I'm trying to play. It was just like annoying.
Oh, they put you
And
on a
like,
salty, like a salty band, like
yes,
oh,
bro. Like, they take away. I get home from school, my controllers will be gone. They say finish your homework, all this and all that. I'm like, bro, I gotta do all my other stuff. Like, but yeah, no. After I made the Thanksgiving tournament, showed them I made 15,000, made the live event. They just stopped bugging me. I was
oh,
like,
but then did it like flip the script? Because I mean, having your parents there was dope for watching. I don't know how what it was like for you. We'll talk about it, but
yeah.
for us it was cool for me to watch and see. Now, did it? It seemed like your mom almost flipped the script to where now she was like bringing you snacks and stuff, making sure you were like good to go, good to play and stuff like that. Did she do a 180 flip on her attitude?
No, I feel like she's always been the most supportive of it.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is a little like, he was at first a little like spectacle of it, but She's always been supportive. It's like it didn't really surprise me when she was like all in went out during the games.
Now, I was gonna say now, like I said, what was it like having your parents there? Now, I know you kicked them out or you didn't let them sit right in front of you, which was nasty to watch. Kobo, and not only did his parents
Oh,
sit there, but they were like in his
uh,
direct line of sight. Like
nah, bro.
I couldn't imagine that. I would never be able to win a game ever in my life. Now, talk about did you make that decision that they couldn't sit there before seeing that, or was that like after? What was that process?
So yeah, no, the EA dudes came up to me like, "Hey, do you mind if your parents sit like in the front row like while you play?" I was like, "Absolutely not." The Kobo. I watched the Kobo thing. Kobo played the day before me. His parents were sitting right there. They were videoing him like coming out on the little intro. I'm like, "That's not happening, bro." And
Hey,
so, I mean, yeah, no, that was funny. But I mean, I watched the broadcast back. I mean, the cameras are on them every 2 seconds. It was like they couldn't get enough of them.
yeah. I mean, it's a good story. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things is that storylines are important, and I'm glad you and Henry got to play. And last time we had Henry on here, he was like, I want to play Dez just because he's the only one that's won a belt in the last couple, between me. He's who kind of stopped my belt run. So I'm glad you guys got to play and kind of have like this built-in rivalry. And Madden's tough though. That's one of the toughest things about it is they can build this rivalry up, and maybe you guys never play again. Between so many other people, it's hard to build a rivalry and hope that you guys get there again. And I think for the sport, it would be awesome if you guys keep going. Now I know you played Xbox last year for sure, right? Like
Yeah,
100%. Now
yeah,
this year you went primarily to the PlayStation,
yeah.
right? So now, did you play Henry a lot throughout the year, whether it be ladders or even head to head or anything like that? Did you play him a lot?
Yeah, I played him a few times. I'd probably say like the head-to-head, ladders and all that. I'd probably say I played him like 5 times, 5, 6 times.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. See, that's the thing. That's kind of the advantage that like going running both systems because you get to play a lot of different people. Because I always was just Xbox forever. So for all these years, I never really played Kiv or these guys that are full PlayStation guys for so long. Like I've never played Henry.
Yeah.
So, did you run into people when you went to the PlayStation that you never had before? Like was that an advantage for you, or did you at least learn something from that?
Yeah, nah, like I honestly I feel it was the opposite. I think like the first day of ladders, like going back and looking at my ladder and like the games, like I always start off pretty rough, honestly, but like then I just start like stringing together win streaks. So like
Hmm.
I feel like if I play you the first time, I kind of gotta feel you out, and like maybe you squeak out with the win or something. But if we play again, I'm probably gonna know what you're gonna do. I feel like it benefits me the second time we play.
Now, do you have an opinion on what's tougher, the Xbox or the PlayStation side of things?
Competitively, I think it all evens out. PlayStation, it's more like, I mean, you guys hear the same thing like every time gets brought up, but PlayStation, the truth is it is more top heavy. The top 16 players are better than Xbox's top 16 players, but Xbox has way more depth through the top 64. But for PlayStation, you got to beat you have to beat two really good pros, like guaranteed to make a live event. But Xbox, you have to play someone notable every single game. So, it's hard either way. I don't really like the debates. It all evens out, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There you go. Now, all right. What do you think? Now, obviously, you've improved exponentially the last couple of years. What do you think? Is there one thing you can point to in this last year that has helped you improve your game the most going forward from Madden 22 to this year?
It was kind of like stop playing like kind of off meta. Like I feel like the past 2 years, like I was trying to like do my own thing, like go completely off just because like I thought it was cool. But like I feel like I just once I started embracing the meta, incorporating my own stuff. Like I mean, if you really want to play at a high level, I mean, I know you want to run. Everyone wants to run their own thing, own offense, but I mean, you gotta. I mean, I feel like you gotta. I don't know. Run what's you gotta run what's good. In my opinion, that's what it was. What's what it was for me.
Absolutely. I tell people all the time one of the first things they have to do is kind of don't bring their pride into Madden. It gets so many people held up. Some of my best friends I grew up playing with, on my internet friends, I guess, or my Madden friends I met, have been held back from that. I don't want to run bunch. Okay, well, then you're going to handicap yourself. You're going to be playing with the hand behind your back. So that's
Yeah.
always not the greatest thing to do. Now, I'm a big like game plan person, man. I would have loved to have like fourth days to watch somebody play and come up with a plan exactly for what they were doing. Now, can you and I'm bring this game, just let it play. But can you talk about that as far as like, did you have a plan for Henry? Now, you know me as a person that runs tight every time. I would hate to run DB fire base line, and I hate that defense. So for me, I was
Yeah.
interested to see what Henry was going to do, you know, kind of to like combat that and how you were going to attack that. So for me, that was definitely something I was looking forward to. Can you talk about that and pretty much what you were
Yeah.
gonna or what your plan was going forward, and did you come up with a specific plan for what he wanted to do?
Yeah, I mean, so the week prior, Kobolds played Gucci on the first round online, and Gucci runs the same offense as Henry, so I
Mm-hmm.
played the winner of that game. So I was actually, no offense to Kobolds, I thought he was gonna lose to Gucci, so I thought I was gonna have to play him first round. So I was like preparing against this offense like that whole week. So, but like, I mean, he ended up losing, so I had a whole game plan for this offense. Uh, like already. So I mean,
Yeah.
it was kind of easy when I matched up with Henry. I do like playing this Colts. He was running Bengals. It's like the same thing.
Yeah.
Colts, Bengals, whatever this is. I do like playing this offense a lot because I know I can send five every play and still have good coverage out there. So that's what I like.
So now I think it's almost easy to blitz tight because you don't only have to kind of guard the flat and the middle, the immediate middle and the immediate flat, because all the corner routes take 2-3 seconds to get to where you can throw them, right? So I feel like you don't have to guard deep down the field on the outside at all. You can kind of guard the whole middle of the field going forward. So I always thought that was like the best way to play tight. I still do. I hate when people blitz the hell out of it and guard the flat. So I always thought Henry was like he wanted to throw to the running back, right? He wanted to dump it off for real. Was that like what was the plan
Yeah,
to try to
nah,
stop that?
yeah, no. So I mean, when he was really I feel like every time he was trying to like, I feel like so when you blitz tight, I mean they don't have time to throw when you cover through the tight side. I mean they don't really have time to throw the corner out. Like
Mm-hmm.
that has to develop. So I mean once you really guard the flat, with the hard flat, man up the running back, whatever, you really just gotta guard the low middle for real because they be looking for the angle, the drag. So I think it was pretty easy to guard this offense in dollar, in my opinion, if you're blitzing five every play, because they're not going to have time every single play. You know they're not going to have time.
Now we saw you play Kiv and you were struggling on offense, right? He was like giving you the man to coverage and all the looping and all this stuff. And did anything you did to like, all right, I got to improve that because Henry's going to try to do the same thing? Did you anticipate that, or was that a thought process going into the game?
Yeah, I mean, I knew he was probably going to run the same defense just because I looked pretty bad versus Kiv. So I watched D Croft's game back with him, see what he was doing to block it. So if you like watch this game back, I was trying all different types of blocking versus Henry. Um, that D Croft was doing. So I kind of just like lurked what he was doing because D Croft was picking up the loop pretty well. I know it's Utris, but I mean it's the same thing. Three to one side, one on the other side. But I just started lurking. Like I was IDing the D tackle. I was doing doubling, motion block. Like I was doing a lot of different stuff.
So which one worked the best?
I would say ID the D tackle because I didn't have any time to get the ID off on the outside corner opposite of running back because they back them off so quick. So
Yeah, you got to do that first. And yeah, I mean, luckily they patched that, so that's all cooked.
yeah,
I think, who knows, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that probably. I know MCS is over, but I mean, your defense is probably the most elite one now that they passed the loop, huh?
Yeah, no, like I haven't really been on since I won, but
There you go.
I've heard like Dollar's really the defense now.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, I mean, it's got to be just a dominating feeling when you get two stops back to back in the game like this, for the most part, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I honestly like when I said I wanted to start fast, like I didn't mean this fast. This was like getting the two stops off the bat was crazy.
Now, talk about when you're playing Madden, you're playing defense. Do you feel your opponent being uncomfortable? Because as much as we've seen Henry as cool as a cucumber, he was uncomfortable. Do you feel that when you're playing defense?
Yeah, and I think people when I think a misconception of people playing defense is, you have to give him a different look every single play. Like, a lot of this game, I was really giving him the same looks, like the same 2 to 3 looks every time, but he just didn't like it. He didn't really adjust to it. So like people have this conception you have to adjust differently every single play. Um, but I was just rotating 2 to 4 coverages, and he didn't really like it at all.
Now, I think this is how I feel. I feel like he gives you too much time to set up defense. I feel like the audible thing is like,
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
it's
yeah.
like some, and right there you just caught him with a random quick snap. I feel like that's always so lethal to
hmm
have. And every play, talk about every play, he's going to audible and do hot routes. So every play you always have, 10 seconds to set up your defense. I feel
Yeah.
like that gets you in a mental rhythm of how much time you have to set up your defense rather than having to worry about getting quick snap.
And it was perfect because coming in the game, my game plan, like I said, I got to know because every time that he was hiking a play in bunch, I know it was gonna be a run play because those the only plays that he ran in bunch were the two, the counter and the inside zone split. So I would set up my run defense every time he came out in whatever it was bunch. But right when he audible the tight, I could just literally put my adjustments out there on the fly because it takes so much time to audible. The receiver has to run to the other side. So I mean, yeah, I don't. I really that's why I really like playing against this offense, real, because I have time to do all my stuff.
Yeah, it's almost relaxing to never have to worry about a quick snap. Never have to sweat about it, and you just get ready for the next formation. And it's never even another formation for the most part. Like sometimes you'll run into the guys that go to like wide bunch, or they'll go to. I've seen some people going to like 5 wide now. It's like, all right, that's a little bit different, but to go to the same formation every time definitely feels like a little relaxing on your user and your adjustments.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
All right, what else I got here? All right, now, I mean, you're there with your parents. You win this belt. All right, now,
Uh huh.
what's the move after we win this belt? Like, do we go out and celebrate as a family? Like, what's our go to? What was the agenda for the night after we win this? $250,000 and we won a championship, another one.
I mean, nothing much for real. I mean, I don't know if you ever been to Redwood City, but like, there's nothing
Mm-hmm.
much to do there, especially if you're a 17-year-old kid. So, I just went back to the hotel, kicked it, you know, watched my game back. It was a good time. It was a good time.
Okay, well, I'll tell you, when you turn 21, hopefully you're still playing Madden and you're still making live events. You go to San Francisco, there's this place called the Power Exchange, which is like this wild sex club. All right, so you get the Madden guys. I like John Beast and Jay Bird would love this place, right? It's literally just rooms of sex. It's crazy. It's the nastiest place in the history of the world. And the person that brought us there was one great user. He's the one who found it and was like, let's go to this power exchange. And we didn't know what it was, but it randomly is this place. And you guys can Google it. I don't know if it's still open, but it's in San Francisco and it's called the Power Exchange. And it was the nastiest half hour of our lives walking through there. It was just you walk in and it's open and it's just this old couple on this bed fucking, and then it's just rooms on rooms that you go into. I'm telling you, once you guys turn 21, Power Exchange, check it out. I mean, it's an experience that will change your life. I don't know how they survived through COVID. I don't know. I'm assuming they didn't, but it could still be open to Power Exchange, a crazy sex club. Each room had a different theme and things like that. So yeah, Redwood City is definitely kind of just an industrial or like filming thing. But San Francisco is probably a half hour away, so that's always
Yeah.
the move. But I couldn't even imagine what I would do. So, what's our plan with this money we're winning, and we're probably going to continue to win in the next couple of years? Like, what's our financial plan? Are your parents taking over that, or what are we doing with that?
I mean, yeah, no, my uncle's gonna help me manage it. He's like I don't know, he's someone with investing or something, so he's gonna help me manage my money and stuff like that. I don't know much about like, the whole saving, investing stuff, but my goal is to win as much money as possible, and I'll focus on it later.
Until you become old and go bald and have a baby, and then it's tough to win money again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. All right, so let's talk about our Cowboys. You
Okay.
know, What's up with our boy Dak? How do we feel about Dak?
Mid.
Mid? Are we over him?
It's just like the inconsistency. The inconsistency does it for me. It's just like one week versus the Bucks. I mean, he's one week he has the best game of his life versus the Bucks. The one week, the next week he actually throws away our play options. I mean, we beat the Niners if Dak doesn't throw two interceptions. The two interceptions. I mean, as simple as that.
If Dak just runs the ball and doesn't throw picks, you guys win. Because the whatchamacallit, they're trash, the Niners. Overrated team in the league, you know. But
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, he threw a pick second and two. It was 6-6, second and two, 1 minute left in the half, and he throws a pick. I mean, it was just unbelievable.
tough scene. So are we over him? Do you think the window for this Cowboys group of Elliott and Dak Prescott has closed?
Ah, man, it's tough. I think we're gonna be good, like regardless, because of our defense and Dan Quinn's coming back. You know, Micah Parsons. Like our defense our defense is solidified. Our defense is good, so we're gonna be good in the next couple years. But do I think we have a shot at winning it? No, I don't.
Cooked, kaput. Jeez. Well, you know you got the Eagles now, who are going to be a dynasty. That's going to be tough to deal with over there in the NFC East. You know.
Mid.
No, see, what do you think about our quarterback Jalen Hurts?
Um, all jokes aside, he's pretty good. I mean, you know, the first what was it last year where he started? I mean, he was pretty rough then, but this year he looked really good, especially in that new offense. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know about like his decision. Like, bro, some of those throws in the Super Bowl, like he was just throwing it up, like to AJ Brown. There was a few passes. I mean, he caught one, but
There
you know,
was there was two. One was a touchdown.
one
The
was
other,
a touchdown by amazing play by the receiver. One was
that's
a
what he does. That's
horrible throw, horrible read. So,
I mean, but it was almost a catch by AJ Brown. I mean, Brady did that to Moss a million times, and no one ever said that.
yeah, but it's also AJ Brown. We're comparing him to Moss.
I mean, did you see him this year? He
Yeah,
did
he
that
was
so many
good.
times.
He was solid. Yeah, he was solid this year.
How do you feel about the Cowboys fans? Are you like a typical Cowboys fan? Do you like see Vos? Like, are you guys like best buds because you guys are Cowboys fans? Or you guys have like the same fanhood abilities?
Yeah, I mean, he probably gets more street cred because Micah Parsons flew him out and shit.
And that's his
But
boy.
yeah, I mean, I'd like to say I'm more of a football fan, more of a Cowboys fan than Bose, but he gets more love, obviously. So
Okay, Cowboys fan. So do you have more Cowboys knowledge than Vos?
yeah, for sure, for sure.
That's tough. That's tough. Well, we'll see. Let's see what you got here. I have the Cowboys
Trivia.
Yep. I got the Cowboys top 10 receivers in receiving yards in the history of the franchise. How many of those guys can you name? I mean, I think you should be able to get 8 of these guys.
8? Oh
I All
boy.
right, I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you for sure. You should get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or you should get 5 for sure. You should really get no. This guy's 11, but To's 11, so he won't count. But you should get 5 or 6 of these guys.
I mean, Des Bryant for sure.
Okay,
Michael Irvin,
okay,
Jason Witten.
okay. Hot.
Uh, what's the dude? Bro, at the old ass dude's name, it's like Pearson or something.
Okay, Drew Pearson. Okay, way over Vols. Okay.
Um, God, who was like good for the? Trying to think.
Mm.
Tony Hill.
Okay. How the hell you don't? Okay, 1977.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, Miles Austin.
Okay.
He's got to be up there. He's
Yeah.
got to be up there.
Yeah.
Um, yo.
There's a guy that you guys traded for a 5th round pick.
Wait, who?
He was tough. He was your best receiver for a long time.
Amari Cooper. That's what you're
Yep.
talking about.
Yep. Amari. I don't know. Vols might be over you. I don't know. But yeah, Witten is the leader. I don't think you'll get anybody else. It's all old ass people.
Yeah, that's probably all I got for real.
Wow. Tough scene. All right. Let me see. Jay Novacek. Here go Vols. Just naming people off. Now, are you a part of the vote? What happened?
Is Bob Hayes on there or no?
Bob Hayes. I think he was. Let me see. Yeah, Bob Hayes, 1965 to 1970.
What is that? I got what, 7?
Yeah,
Or 6?
you got 6 or 7. You did pretty good. I mean, it was bust out to Drew Pearson. Okay, I didn't think you'd get that. Okay.
Well, I just know him.
Cowboy
I just know
knowledge.
Drew Pearson. I know Drew Pearson because of the catcher. Yeah, it was the Vikings.
Okay. Alvin Harper. Okay. Look at these boys. The chat knows.
Alvin Harper. Yeah, like I don't know who that is.
No, I don't. Alvin Harper's not even on here though. With some other people. All right. Now, the last Cowboys Super Bowl was in 1995. Right?
Yeah.
Now, I want to know how many players from that team you can bust out.
Ooh. Wait, you said what was it? 19 what?
1995.
Damn, I was 10 years before I was born, bro.
You were negative 10 years old the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. That's tough.
Okay. Okay.
That's definitely
Let's-
tough.
Let's see. You know, we got Troy Aikman at the helm.
Yeah.
We got Emmitt Smith at back. We got Michael Irvin at receiver.
Okay.
We got
I mean, Madden should help you with some of these people. Mutt cards.
was was like I'm like trying to think, was like Deion Sanders on that team?
Primetime was on the team. He had 2 picks that year.
Larry Allen.
Okay, yep. He had 1 fumble recovery that year.
He had 1 fumble recovery.
Yeah, that's his stats right here.
Oh, okay. Who was that like fullback? I remember the dude always talking about that fullback. Who's the tight end? I'm trying to remember the tight end.
The fullback currently does broadcasting.
Oh yes, Daryl Johnston.
Uh-huh.
Okay, okay. Talk to me. Talk
You're
to
hot.
me. This is tough.
Yeah, you were negative 10 years old.
Was like Charles Haley on the team or no?
Charles Haley was there. He was defensive end.
There we go. There we go. Oof. I'm trying to think of secondary.
Yeah, you could. There's one more you should get. There's actually 2 more because
Was
one
Darren
was
Woodson there? Was
Darren Woodson, yep. And the other one
Okay.
was Super Bowl MVP, I believe.
Oh. Who was Super Bowl MVP? Like,
I believe
Um,
Chad can tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe he was Super Bowl MVP.
oof.
I
Who
don't
was
know
Super
any of
Bowl
these
M-
linebackers. I don't know the
Who was-
linebackers at all. I know the D linemen though. I could tell you the D linemen. I don't know the
Was-
linebackers at all.
Was Nate Newton on the team or no?
Nate Newton was left guard. Yep.
Perfect. Defense. You said the Super Bowl MVP was a linebacker.
No, he was a corner.
Oh, he's a corner. Dion, Larry Brown. Who was that dude who like knocked over T.O. at the start? His name was like Teague or something.
Jeff Teague was like 2004, dude.
Oh,
Jeff
bro, I'm
Teague.
just like I'm honestly just like thinking of shit.
Yeah, we got Larry Brown. Larry Brown was the Super Bowl MVP.
Okay.
I mean, that's all you're going to get. So, I mean, you did pretty well. I mean, you did bust out with Darren Woodson and Jay Novacek. Or Daryl Johnson. You didn't get Jay Novacek. Sheesh.
I didn't get Jay Novacek. I should have got that though. I should have got that.
I mean, you were negative 10 years old. You know, and that's
Yeah.
tough. That's actually
Like if
super
you
tough.
ask me recent Cowboys questions, like if you ask me the past 8 years of the Cowboys, I'm probably gonna get it right.
Mm. Do you think you guys would have won that San Francisco game with Cooper Rush at quarterback? Mm.
Uh, Probably not.
Mm. So are you a Cooper Rush guy or no?
No.
Okay. 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 Tough. So, what's your plan for the Cowboys off season?
And
Yeah, like if all right, if you were allowed to talk to Jerry Jones for a half hour and give him advice, what would your advice be for the off season?
we need another like weapon. We need another receiver. Dalton Schultz sucks, so he needs to go.
Okay. So you need a tight end
Uh,
now too.
like, so the thing is about our offense. I don't know if you watched the Niners game. We really only have one weapon, CD. Like, we did not. I feel like we only threw CD the ball in the second half. Like, he was really our only guy. Like, we need another guy to rely on. Like
Mm-hmm.
that. I don't want to make excuses for Dak, but he has no weapons. He has nobody. Like Michael Gallup's cool. Like he's cool for a one-on-one ball game, but I mean, Dalton Schultz. I mean, he's pretty mid. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
He can't block. I mean, I don't know. Dak has no help. Zeke sucks. We did trade Amari Cooper for a fifth-round pick, though. That was kind of wow. Like, who let that happen?
I mean, I listen. You guys let it happen. That was your boys. You know,
Yeah, no, I don't know how that. Why we did.
it's tough. It's tough being the Cowboys, huh? Tough being a Cowboys fan.
No, it is. It is. It really is.
But you're sticking with Dak. That's your boy.
I think we got to. When we paid
Yeah, you don't
him.
have a choice. I'm gonna be honest. You don't have a choice.
Yeah, we don't have a choice. I
And
mean,
he's
Jesus.
good enough. He's good. He is good enough.
Yeah, no, he is. He is. He is.
You
I
just
mean, I don't
can't
know if we
play
can win a
here.
Super Bowl with him, but
He's just got to not play his shittiest game in the biggest game. That's
yeah,
pretty much.
that's what it is.
You know, that's. I
He
mean,
doesn't
that's
even have to
enough.
like be like this because our defense will make it like he doesn't even have to be like like he would if he would have played all right in that Niners game, we would have won. It's just simple as that. Like if he didn't
Mm-hmm.
throw two of the worst picks we've ever seen on a football field, I mean, we're winning that game easily. It's as simple as that. But since he stunk to bed, I mean, we lost.
So you would trade Dak for Jalen Hurts right now?
Oh, this is bait. This is bait.
It's not.
This
It's
is
a
bait.
pretty simple question that most people answer pretty easily.
This is bait. Oh man.
It's really not shameful. Like he's younger, he's more talented. You know, he
Have
just
they
came
paid
off
Jalen
crazy.
Hurts yet?
No, this year he's going to get extended.
Yeah. So no. Yeah, I would trade Jalen Hurts for Dak. Yeah.
No, all right. So say if they made the same money didn't matter.
Oh. Yeah. I still go with Jalen Hurts.
Okay, all right. I mean, there's no shame in that. Like I would trade. You know, I would trade like Brandon Graham for Hassan Reddick or for.
Like, let's be for real though. Like
Michael
Jalen Hurts
Parsons.
really didn't have to do much this postseason. Like let's be real. Like he didn't really have to do much this postseason.
Until
He
the Super
played.
Bowl.
Who did he play before the Niners? Who
Yeah, they just
play?
beat the
Oh,
hell out of the Giants. Yeah,
I
they
mean,
beat the
like,
hell out of them.
I mean, they like he really had to do much. Like that offense is easy to run. That offense is easy to run
Until the Super Bowl.
until the Super Bowl where they lost.
But he went crazy.
I mean, he had 3 rushing touchdowns and like
Don't do this. Now you could laugh at the Eagles and they got
his
died,
one
but
passing touchdown was an actual prayer answered from AJ Brown. I mean, that's what it was.
I thought it was a dot. I thought it was a dot.
It was a great play on the ball, but it didn't have anything to do with Hurts. You know what I mean?
I mean, he'd do it there. He put it in the right spot.
Sure, he gave his receiver a chance. Sure.
Hurts was doing dots. He was doing dots the other night. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
was
no,
doing
Hurts
dots.
is good.
He
Hurts is
was
good.
whistling.
Hurts is good.
He was whistling the ball better than I
I said, bro, I said Hurts is good. It just he didn't have to do much this postseason. Is that
And the
not
Super
true?
Bowl he did. He didn't have to. They blew the shit out them two teams. What do you want? Like, what do you want them to do? Just like this is what I tell people all the time. Mahomes didn't have to do much in the Super Bowl. What did Mahomes do in the Super Bowl?
And he won though. That's
Okay,
the
you're
thing.
right. You're right. He did everything he needed to, but he didn't have to do much. People were just wide the fuck open, right?
I
You
mean,
know, he made a couple scrambles. You know,
but like he didn't also make like real like he. I can't remember a time in the game Mahomes made like crazy questionable reads. Like like, ooh, that could have been picked, something like that. Like I don't really remember
Hurts
something like.
Hurts throws the ball up to his man. He goes for aggressive catches. He goes for teabags, dude. That's what he goes
Okay,
for sometimes.
if that's what you want, I mean, that's what we'll call it. That's what we'll call it.
Yeah, I mean that's what AJ Brown does. That's why they got him. See, we added a receiver and you guys traded
Okay,
a
but
receiver.
but if the DB picked it off, though, what would we be saying? We
He threw a
would be saying
pick.
Hurts stole the Super Bowl. That's what we would be saying.
Yeah, but he didn't. He do two jump. He do two 50-50 balls to AJ Brown. Right. One was a
Hmm.
touchdown. One was incomplete. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
So I mean, I feel like it was a good move. I can't lie. He's been chucking the ball to AJ Brown all year. It's been a good move, really. But Hurts
Yeah, no,
honestly Hurts had his best game of it. He was unreal, and that's why I'm
yeah, no, he
sad
was good.
because he may never get back there. And even
Whoa,
if he
whoa,
gets
whoa,
back
whoa.
there,
Let's also remember this. If Hurts doesn't fumble for
he
six
did
in
fumble.
the first half, like he did, like nobody even like he was switching hands and he just dropped
Yeah,
the ball.
because they didn't block very well. The dude was right there. He did drop the ball. Now for
I mean,
me
and
as a
that was his
competitor,
fault. And that was his fault.
it was 100%. Now you
Yeah,
gotta admire this is that was on the biggest stage and it was kind of embarrassing and it was a blunder, right? I was like,
yeah,
damn, that might crush a young player. How's he gonna respond? Then he
yeah. He
responded, and it
responded.
went. They scored 10 points to go up 10 at halftime, and they balled. He balled. So
Yeah, but
for
they
me, I
could have
was
been
like,
up
damn,
more. They could have
they,
been up more at
they,
half if he didn't do
they,
that.
yeah, but he did. So what can you do about it? Can you dwell on it, or can you respond?
He
You know?
responded well. Yeah, you're right. He
Yeah.
responded well.
So for me, it's like, damn. And he got face masked. You're right. We got cheated a little bit. All right. How do you feel about the penalty at the end of the game?
That I see. I didn't agree with that. Even though I was low key rooting for the Chiefs because obviously I'm a Cowboys fan. I did feel like that was a soft call.
To end the
You
game,
can't
right?
really
To
to
end the
end the
game on
game
and
like if you want to call that bullshit in like the second quarter, like I wouldn't be mad. Like it's like whatever. But like bro, third down Super Bowl, 1 minute to go. Like first down, just the game's over. Like
mm-hmm.
it's just kind of like
You get it.
it's like
You
kind
get
of
it.
like the ending was kind of like meh. Like it kind of ruined the whole Super Bowl for me. It really did. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. The Super Bowl it felt kind of mid because of that play. I won't lie. Like I felt like I got robbed out of the ending that I
Yeah,
deserved.
we were all dialed in because the game was cracked until then. It was like lit, and then people said it was like Game of Thrones, where it was like super lit, and then the end of it was just it just
Yeah,
died out. Just
yeah,
GG's.
literally. Like I get sure, dude. It was like he. First of all the contact was in the first 5 yards of the
The first 1 yard.
Yeah, literally. Like he like pressed him into the dirt. Like yeah,
Mm.
he tugged on his jersey a little bit. Like come on, bro. Like
To
come
end the
on.
Super Bowl. They said they started cheating for the Chiefs because Brady's retiring, and they want to build Mahomes up as the new like they want to build like LeBron versus Jordan. You know, how do you feel about
Warner.
is Mahomes the greatest quarterback ever now?
No,
Thank you,
no.
thank you.
But that's
I am
ridiculous.
amazed at people's quickness to just call Mahomes the greatest, to just dethrone Brady this quickly, just this fast. He's the greatest ever of all time. It has been insane how hard people hold on to Michael Jordan over LeBron, and then they're this quickly to just say Mahomes is the GOAT. He's better than Brady this fast. Like, forget Brady's 20 years of quarterback. We're just going to put Mahomes up there instantly.
Now Mahomes is definitely like the best, like probably talent I've seen, for sure. Like obviously I've been only watching football for like 8 years, but he's definitely the best quarterback that I've watched. But like greatest of all time, like that's not even a question. It's Brady. Like people even comparing Mahomes to Brady's legacy right now is like that's like it shouldn't even be discussed. It's like laughable.
So, who's your top 5 quarterbacks of all time?
Ooh. Okay. Okay. I'd probably go Brady at one,
Mm-hmm.
Manning at two.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like who's in like Elway at three.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Questionable.
Rogers at four. Breeze at five.
I mean, you got a little wild there. The Elway was bust out. I mean, mine goes
Bro,
Manning. I know Brady, Manning, Montana. Then you could put Mahomes, and I'm a Marino guy. I thought Marino let that thing go more than anybody for real. But I think Brady, Manning, Montana is locked in 3 until Mahomes keeps balling. He can move up there, but 4 and 5 could be Mahomes and Marino, honestly. But Elway, a little wild. I've read many articles that say Elway is the most overrated quarterback ever. But you do that name out there. Like I said, you were negative 25 years old when Elway was balling, so it's tough.
Yeah, nah, it's because my dad thinks he's the greatest of all time. So
Okay, so that's a little influence.
he be telling me he's the greatest ever. So I gotta give a little bias. I never saw him play. Like, like anyone who's telling me Montana's in the top five, like, bro, I've never seen him play. I can't really put him in the top five, but
Mm,
I know I did put Elway in the top five just because I've heard crazy things about him. So
okay, so is your dad still into the football? He's still coaching and stuff.
yeah.
Now, do you guys? I mean, I'm assuming you guys talk football all the time. How much does that play into Madden at all?
Uh, like what? Like he's talking to me about Madden, like type of
Yeah,
stuff, or
vice versa. How
you
much does
know,
Madden come up in your conversations?
it comes up a lot. Like he's like one of those. I mean, he's kind of a noob when it comes to, like the whole clock management thing.
Yeah.
Like clock management is a huge part of Madden, especially comp Madden. Like it, and it doesn't register in his mind like when I'm doing like there was a time in the tournament where like I fell down to like chew the clock. He's like, "What are you doing? You got to go score." And it was like before half or whatever. And I was telling him like, in Madden you try to do this, do that. And he's like, and it kind of opened up his eyes like, "Oh yeah." Like he's kind of a noob when it comes to clock management. We'll be talking about that a lot. Be trying to break it down for him.
So is he like? So he's like a boomer now. He's like he doesn't believe in like the analytical side and all that going for
Yeah,
fourth down and stuff like that.
yeah, like after the Henry game, like he started the game out on a 4th and 2. He started the game on a 4th and 2. He's like, "Why didn't Henry punt? He's on his own 17."
Yeah,
And I was like trying to tell him like that's not how it works.
it doesn't really matter the field position. I feel like if
Yeah.
you punt the ball, they're 10 yards from a field goal anyway. Like
Yeah,
at the end of the
exactly.
day, field goal range is field goal range. That's how, especially in Madden, where the field goals are super stupid easy, which
It's
is
like
embarrassing.
automatic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
automatic anywhere. 65 yard, you just automatic three. So the difference between putting somebody at midfield and putting them at the 5 yard line is like the same thing. It really
Hmm.
is. And honestly, you probably rather have them at the 8 yard line than at the damn midfield. Really.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Exactly.
So it's definitely tougher. That's why I feel like the Eagles they let me down with that one call. It's just like, but I
Oh,
watched a
man.
couple videos on the Eagles were pretty shitty in the Super Bowl. Outside Jalen Hurts, everybody else was. The receivers were. I mean, the receivers are great. I mean, they always show up, but the line had a shitty game. The defense had a shitty game. It was a tough way to go out for my boy
The
Jalen.
defense had a shitty game.
Yeah, well, they had us on the ice skating rink, and we couldn't get our edge rushers. That's another reason why we got speed rushers.
I heard
We
about
got,
that. That grass was like terrible or something. I heard about that.
yeah, we got speed rushers, and they put us on ice rink and stuff like that. So it was tough for us to get around the edge and do that. So another thing that hampered the Eagles for the most part. But all right, I mean, let's talk about Madden. Obviously, we just talked that this is your like third sweaty Madden. Your third Madden. How do you like this game overall? Like, what's your opinion on it? Do you think it's like, yeah, that's what I asked you. Like, what's your opinion on this Madden 23?
You know, like competitive wise, it's kind of random with all like it used to be way worse, second tournament with all the under pressures, no fearless
Oh my God,
with
it
the
was
Ags
miserable.
and stuff. That was miserable. But I feel like the game right now, like I really do feel like it's pretty good. It's pretty balanced. Especially they got rid of the loop blitzes and stuff like that. Like I feel like it's good. But like content wise for the game, like them getting rid of the weekend league, like I don't see how I pick up the game right now. Like there's nothing to really do besides like the little tournaments and stuff. I think this year they messed up really big, getting rid
Mm.
of weekend league, getting rid of leaderboards and all Madden head to head. Like they just messed up a lot of that stuff. But gameplay wise, I think it's pretty good.
Do you think it's like boring gameplay, or do you think it's like? Because I look back and the further we get away from Madden 20, which I think was awful, right? The
Yeah,
running game, where the more I look and be like, you know what, that game was fun as hell for everybody. Like bums were playing it,
yeah,
everybody was the human joystick, and everybody was going nuts. Everybody was rolling out escape artists, dashing dead eye, and it was a shit show, but it was fun
it was
and
fun. Yeah, it
fun
was.
for everybody. I feel like Now, if you suck, you suck. Like you're not gonna have fun playing the game. Back then, everybody could
Yeah.
play. So it's like
Yeah.
I think this year, I don't think it's bad. I think one is random. Right, it's probably the
It
most
is random,
random.
yeah.
It's random. I loved man coverage. I've always loved playing against man coverage because I thought it was predictable. Right, you got two
Mhm.
routes to beat man coverage. Which one are they going to use, or and just throw to the other one? This year, you have to look every play if your man coverage dude is going to get open. Like it's just different. It's just completely different in that one play to be wide open, the next play he'll bump into somebody and you'll throw an interception. So I definitely
Yeah.
think it's, and the same thing with blocking. I think blocking
Yeah.
is the same way. Like I've had games where like I would like yeah. I remember playing Skimbo going into one of these tournaments. We played a lot, and he was looping. And one game I had it boxed. I thought I was the man. I was like, yeah, I figured it out, boys. I can block this perfectly. Next game, he had a Cam Chancellor have 13 sacks on me, and I was like, yeah, the same exact thing I was doing, and it just made no sense, and it was just a frustrating thing. So I think it's kind of, I don't want to say boring, but it's definitely frustrating. I've never raged so much at Madden in this year because of the randomness. And I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you this: if just like I talked about, if you went to sat down with Jerry Jones for a half hour, if you went to EA, I don't know, they should ask you guys, what would you do to improve Madden going into Madden 24?
I feel like you kind of nailed it on the head. I feel like they really need to improve blocking. The blocking logic really makes no sense in the game. The zones are really bad, in my opinion. Like, I feel like zones. Also, they need to get rid of KO abilities, in my opinion. I use a lot of KOs in the tournaments because,
Everybody does.
you know,
Yeah.
'cause, I mean, they're the best. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, but I do feel like they need to get rid of KOs. And, like players that are wide open should catch the ball, in my opinion. Not like a person 2 or 3 steps behind him shouldn't just knock the ball out because he like touches him when he catches it, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, no, they need to improve the blocking logic, KOs, zones. Like I feel like zones every single year that I play Madden, I feel like zones has just been kind of mid. Like Madden 21, it was all man, one step ahead. You couldn't like zone was just ass. Madden 22, obviously zones were terrible. I mean, there was no defense in that game. And then this year, you just have to like blitz every single play, hope it comes in because your man's inconsistent or your zones suck. That's what it is.
Well, yeah, I mean, I will tell you, every time I get pissed off at knockouts, I think they're stupid. I think they bail you out for playing bad defense, right? I really do. Like, this dude's open by 5 yards. I should catch the ball. But then I close my eyes and think about me trying to play defense without knockouts in this game,
Yeah, yeah,
And it's like,
yeah,
dude, what are we doing? Like, we're hopeless. And I will tell
yeah.
you, Madden 18 is before your time. Back in my day when, I had hair. Madden 18 had the best zone ever, and it was miserable because everybody was good on defense, dude.
Hmm.
Anybody just ran cover two, put a deep blue on a linebacker, and it was OP. Like because zone was so good, they jumped everything. So, my buddy Jess Steele, Madden legend, once told me, for Madden to be good, something needs to be really hard. Offense needs to be really hard, or defense needs to be really hard. It can't
Yeah,
both. It can't be. And the thing about easy defense, that means everybody's getting bagged. Everybody sucks.
yeah,
Like shitters are going to absolutely suck. So they're not going to play the game as much. So I think the best Maddens kind of have bad defense, if that makes any sense, because
yeah,
everybody's scoring. At the end of the day, you get on the game to score touchdowns. Everybody does. Nobody really wants to struggle on offense. That's the most frustrating thing in the world. Even if you're in a good game and you're a great player and you're winning because of defense, nobody wants to struggle on offense. So I think, I'd rather zone suck, really. I really would, because Madden 18 was miserable. You were in battles with every shitter, every cover three shitter that knew how to deep half a third would just be hell because zone was so good. So now the biggest question is, what's your ability opinion?
abilities on what?
Like your abilities, are you pro abilities or anti abilities?
Oh, I'm definitely pro abilities. Like I don't know what you got. Like I never played a Madden without abilities, but I don't know what you guys really did without them. Like I don't know how the game worked on it. I don't know like how the game played, how this. But I think it brings like excitement to the game. I think it brings good strategy to the game. You gotta run this to do that. Uh, I
Okay.
think for the competitive scene at least, I feel like it's good strategy. Strategy wise, it's good for the game. I've never watched Madden, really watched a lot of Madden without ability, so I don't know how the game played, so I can't really compare it to this.
Okay, I mean, but you wanted to take out knockouts. So if you take out knockouts, what abilities are we rocking?
Oof, that's a good question.
Yeah. So then, like, what we got edge threat to go against edge protector. Like, what's the abilities?
Enforcers everywhere.
I mean, they killed Enforcer. Enforcer was the greatest damn ability ever in Madden 20. There we go, Madden 20 again. Tillman was he was a force. It was fun. Like you were afraid of that man. That man struck fear in the hearts of every weekend league player ever. Pat Tillman with Enforcer was
Oh,
great. He was great.
actually, I really do think it's stupid how this year, obviously you played the game. Pick artists, you have to use pick artists because you can't catch picks without them, which is kind of wild to say. Like you need an ability to catch wide open picks,
Yeah.
not even wide open, or like an ability to catch tip picks, wide
Mm-hmm.
open picks, and like it's just ridiculous. And like I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that shouldn't be. I shouldn't have to spend AP. I know they're all free now, but back in the day, first two
Mm-hmm.
tournaments, you had to spend AP to pick the ball off, which was
Yep.
ridiculous.
100%. Now that's what made me go all pick artist because you couldn't catch the tip picks, the ones that but they throw in the
Yeah,
coverage pops up in the air. Now before this year, you always caught those all the time. They were like an automatic pick. If that ball
yeah,
pops up in the air, you were picking it off. So I never used pick artist prior to this year because that was the one was like you had to make people punished for throwing those bad passes. So I never used pick artist until this year when you needed that to actually catch those picks, and then on top of that, it picks everything else for most part.
yeah.
So yeah, you need abilities to do basic stuff. You
That
know.
was the thing that I noticed. Like first few days playing the game is you really couldn't catch picks, really, like tip picks especially. But like, and then especially when we got into the second tournament where the whole meta on like the online Olymps, it was all ags, and there was really no way to stop them. No one knew how to stop them yet. So like you needed like at least if you got a lucky tip, you wouldn't even be able to catch it. Like it was just
Yeah,
like
that's why
ridiculous.
Ags was tough because you could chuck them and not even care. As
Yeah,
long as you got
there
your
was
hands on it,
no,
weren't catching it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, then I ran into the one genius that had pick artist though. He was ahead of the curve. Pick artist and then the two what was it the stack the end abilities with the double or nothing and
Yeah,
fucking edge threat.
the edge threat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I lost that game. That was tough. That was tough.
yeah, no.
I learned a lesson.
Bro, the double stack was crazy. The double stack was
Double
crazy.
stack and then pick artist. It was like all right, that was OP. That was that was OP. But all right, man. So what's the summertime look like? Are we still gonna grind video games? Do you play any other games? Are you like a gamer?
Yeah, I mean, me and my boys, we play NHL a lot. It's
Okay.
like we kind of have a squad going on there. So late at night we
Uh,
be on there.
all right. Are you
Um,
tough? Are you cracked? Are you the
yeah,
goalie?
no, I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
Um,
that was fun. I can't lie. My man Mahoy in the chat. It was fun. We played like NHL 21. Actually cracked. Paulie Pokecheck went crazy.
dude, the game's fun, bro. When you're playing with friends, like it's actually really fun.
Yeah. Now, do you play like the 3-on-3 or do you go like 5-on-5s?
5 on 5. 3 on 3 though, that actually sounds crazy. I never tried that.
You never did a 3-on-3 with
No,
no computers?
no,
That's cracked.
dude, that sounds fun.
That's what they need in Madden. When I watch the Pro
Yeah,
Bowl, I'm like, wow, Madden really sucks at putting together like some arcade outdoor game, something like that, some team up game, because this would be cracked if they actually had it on Madden.
yeah. I mean, I'll probably stream some Madden here and there, tournaments, head to head, whatever. But I'll probably just chill. You know,
Now, do
won't be
you
doing.
do you do you want to be a Madden streamer? Did you ever think about that?
I want like as of right now, no, I don't really want to be a Madden streamer, but I wanna grind this off season so where if I have that opportunity in the future, if that makes sense.
Well,
Uh,
only advice I'd give you is YouTube.
yeah.
Start spamming them, even if they suck. You know,
Hmm.
you don't go watch Throne and MMG and these guys and watch their videos and be like, I don't know how to do that. You put out any damn video you put out, and just start. Even if you put out a video tomorrow and you get 10 subscribers, you're gonna look back at those 10 and be like, in 5 years when you have 200,000 subscribers, be like, damn, I'm glad I did those bullshit videos in the summer of 23 because it was hard for me to start, but these little bullshit videos I put out propelled me for my next, 100,000 subscribers that I got in the next 5 or 6 years, because the hardest thing to do is get started, because you think like, yo, I need this, I don't know how to do it, blah, blah, blah. But if you go look back at even like my first videos, is like they're just absolute dog shit. But they're gonna add to your subscriber count. They're gonna help you going, and
Yeah.
that's what I wish I did more of.
Hmm.
When I was sitting where you are, I'm like, I should have done more just rapid fire bullshit videos. Even just showing how I just played the game in the background and just you talking over it like that. Boom, just a little game, like stuff like that. Because it was just, because when you look back, like say, you go to school or whatever and you get a degree and everything, and you look like, damn, do I want to go to work today, or I could have grinded my YouTube and just did bullshit videos, and I could have been sitting here, because YouTube is that's where the bag is for real. It really is. So, and I
Yeah.
wish I did more of it, and I'm trying to catch up now. But that's the biggest advice, because streaming, it'll always be there for you, and then if you do the YouTube thing, you'll always have a following, so to speak. You always have like
Yeah.
the people that know you and stuff like that, and they'll always know you for this year of Madden. You'll always be that guy. You'll always be Madden 23 best player, Madden 23 champion. So you'll always be that. So that's not going anywhere. But that's my biggest advice: is just grind to YouTube for real, like, because right now you're the man. And I'll tell you what. It ends fast. As soon as they start talking about Madden 24, then you're not the man no more for the most part. Whenever
Yeah.
the first tournament goes, boom, now you could definitely probably win the first tournament again too, but you never know. You know how Madden is. You could never get back there. That's how I thought. I was like, dude, I know how it is. I won a tournament when I was 29 years old. I've been playing since I was 15. So for me, for the most part, it's like that. That's the biggest thing, is the YouTube is like, just put
Yeah.
some bullshit out. Even if you just tweet it out like, yo, I got a YouTube channel. Boom, you'll get 1,000 subs just like that for the most part. So that's what I wish I did more of, if I look back in my last 10 years or so, for the most part.
Hmm. I didn't
But
learn how to do all that stuff though. Like I don't.
but listen, where you are is where I was. I didn't know shit. I didn't even have a computer, dude. Like that ass. Like, you have a computer, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have shit. I had an Xbox. I streamed from the Xbox on a 60-inch TV when I won a belt. Seriously, like, I streamed from the Xbox. I didn't know shit about computers. I didn't ever even have a computer. I didn't know anything. I was just a dude that played Madden,
Hmm.
And the most thing I did was like, all right, how to do this, how to do that, you know. And at the end of the day, bro, you got me, you got a bunch of people you reach out like, how do I do this, And I mean, I'll help you do whatever you can, man. But you got to pledge allegiance. So you got like 15 crews, dude. I don't know. See, that's the one thing we was worried about you. I was telling Vos, like, I wish we could claim Dez, but he got like 15 crews and shit. Like, you never know. He gonna run and tell everybody our secrets. How do I get drops? And you deal with people like this guy.
Oh fuck, my back. I was like frozen.
Yeah, he froze up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, he followed. Okay. Yeah. So just every little step that you take and grind will add to your. You don't want to look back and be like, damn, I should have did this. I should have did that.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Oh well. But all right, you got any plans for the summer? You going on a vacation anywhere? You taking the family on a cruise or something?
Senior trip is in Cabo, June.
Okay. So you're gonna
Yeah.
be the man of the senior trip. You're gonna be buying shots for everybody.
Man, I hope so.
Yeah, I mean that's that'll be the plan. You'll be the man out there. Do your little. So you go to high school now? Like every
Yeah.
day? Like you just like
Yeah.
you were at school today?
Yeah.
And did they know you're Madden champion? Do you like tell everybody like, yo, I'm Madden champion?
Yeah. Everybody knows.
Okay, so you're man. Okay, okay. Do you have more lady attention now that you are Madden champion?
Unfortunately, no. They're not big into video games like that.
They're
So,
big into money. Wait, what?
bro, like I guess they don't care about the money, bro. Like,
Oh, that's so you grew up. You got a privileged school then. I said when Voles made his win and get in game, he got hella more hoes. He told girls that he was in a win and get in game, and he got hella
no,
hoes from that.
no way he
He
did that. No
did.
way he did
He got a
that.
shirt and everything. He got a shirt. So I played a win and get in game, and then he got like 4 more hoes from it. I was like, damn, okay. High girls don't care about the money. Yes, they do.
That's what I'm saying. Like they don't have any responsibilities. That's what it is.
You might be right. Listen, but
Like
when
if I
you're
won this
banning
shit in
Cabos,
college, it would be raps. It would be raps for sure.
I mean, I guess that's one of my benefits is I won it when I was like 29, so everybody was already in the struggle. You know, everybody was already had
Yeah.
kids and stuff. Like, yeah, money was a bigger deal the older you get, I guess.
Oh
Freaking
man.
Vos. Are you part of the gym life with Vos? Are you guys like do you put little selfies in this little Discord that
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
notifications for?
Yeah.
There's no
No,
way.
I've been in there, bro. I don't know if you checked the channel. We be in there.
Oh my god, Vos puts a selfie every day of him, and now you got Geezy with one fucking leg in the damn gym.
Yup.
Look at this shit I deal with. There's
Oh
no way y'all
man.
got my man Geezy taking gym selfies with one leg.
Oh.
Bro, they said Geezy one leg is like bionic though, like he can jump high as shit. I didn't know that he could really
Uh,
jump that crazy high.
nah, he's crazy, bro. He's crazy.
You know, I didn't know he was that cracked with the bionic leg. Like he jumped like Jordan in Space Jam. They were like, oh shit.
Oh man.
So that's what this is
Bro,
what I deal with all day. Is
Jeezy,
just
Jeezy been locked, bro. He been locked.
yeah. So look, but this is the thing. Like if you're Jeezy, right, and say you get really brolic, like say you like do hella leg day, and your good leg gets super brolic, do you have to get like a thicker bionic leg to match your thick ass thigh on the other side? Like
I think you
how
do.
does that work?
I
Or do
think
you
you
stay
do.
with the skinny? Do you stay with the skinny bionic leg, or you upgrade? Okay, you got upgrade. All right,
I think
all
you
right,
upgrade. I think that's what you just got to
all
do.
right, all right. I mean, listen, that's his problem. Geezy's the man. He'd be leaning to one side. Oh man.
Oh fuck.
All right, but shoot, we got probably 6 more. Are you gonna play MLB The Show? Are you a baseball guy?
No, I'm not. Unfortunately,
You're not. Why
I'm
you're not a
actually.
baseball
I
guy?
tried. I think I was like MLB 21. I tried it and I was just terrible, so I just gave up.
Did you ever play
So,
baseball? Do you know anything about baseball?
never played baseball. I know a little about it. Um, I watch it like here and there, but I don't like. I know the rules and stuff. I don't know like all the players and stuff though.
Okay, you know the Phillies are the best, right? Like they got the best team this year.
Yeah, I know Bryce Harper. I know who else they got, bro. Bryce Harper, Castellanos. They have those two like really good pitchers, Zach Wheeler and
Mm-hmm. You know.
who,
You know enough. You know enough. Jake
and Aaron
Novacek.
Nola.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You know.
Yeah,
I mean, they kind of got popped in the Super Bowl, but you know they did what they did. You know.
yeah.
Shoot. All right, buddy, man. I appreciate you guys. Is there anything else you want to talk about today? You got the chat here. Is there anything you want to talk about going from your Madden 23 years or anything you want to discuss or anything like that?
No, I think we're good.
All right, my man. Well, listen, man. Like I said, reach out. You need any help doing anything. And, just have a good summer. Enjoy it because before you know it, you'll be playing a new game, sweating your dick off
Yeah.
again. That's pretty much how it goes. Enjoy Cabo. Put some pictures in this little Discord. I'm tired of seeing just damn gym pictures all damn day. I'm over here just laying around eating and shit, and these little nerds are in here just posting gym selfies and shit, and I keep getting notifications. So we need some Cabo pictures in there. We don't get no hoe pictures in this Discord with these kids. There's just no pictures of hoes. Like I'm trying to live my life vicariously through these 18-year-old kids, and we get nothing, not just bodybuilding and shit. Like, geez. But all right, have fun, man. I'm happy for you, proud of you. Your future's bright. I hope the school things work out. Keep us updated on what school you're gonna go to. Ohio State has a great esports program. If you want to come to the Ohio, although we have a train that blew up in Ohio recently, so
I
a lot of
saw that.
people, a lot of
Yeah.
fish are dying here. So our fish won't be good for a couple years, but Ohio State is great. So check it out. I hope it works out for you, man. I appreciate you coming on the Podski. And hopefully you keep winning. You'll hop on a lot of these more later down the line, buddy.
All right, appreciate it for you having me.
All right, buddy. Now do some more interviews with some people, man. Don't be petty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta get on different platforms and stuff. Get out there. They gotta learn who
I got
Dez
you.
is.
I got you.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it.
All right.
Yep. There he is. There he is. The one time or the two time. Dez is actually a two timer. He's a two timer, boys. 2-time Madden champion. Thanks for hopping on the Podski, talking about life. I'm telling you, them dudes just Rapid fire gym selfies all the time. All right, what we're not going to do is get into the train conspiracies and shit like that, okay? All right? Nobody knows shit about trains in here, okay? And you're not Denzel Washington and Unstoppable, okay? Nobody knows anything about trains, all right? You know? Oh, it's Apex Grind Night. I'm back. I heard Wraith is back. There's new features in MLB? I can't wait, dude. I don't know why they don't send me the game to play the new MLB game. Why can't I get the game to play the new MLB game? You know? They should let your boy play some MLB. 11 unbanned requests. Oh my gosh, this is tough. Chat is full of train engineers. Actually, I will play some Madden tonight for sure. I want to play Madden. All right, 11 unbannies. 11 unbannies. How y'all like the new layout? You like the camera for the meet the chats and the interviews? I feel like we're upgrading, right, boys? We're upgrading the process here, the whole production, trying to upgrade, trying to put more effort. You know, I need to be a catalyst for the competitive Madden personalities, man. We gotta interview these kids. I think we gotta kind of get a guest every week, boys. How do you feel about a guest every week? What do we think, boys? I feel like the guest is always a dub. It could be a random person from the Madden community. Meet the chat. It could be from the chat. You know, I think the chat is a big part. So we'll try to get Shunny on here. Board on here. We got to get Ed on here. Yeah, well, I mean, the guest and Meet the Chat like the same thing. Meet the Chat is always a dub. Vos, are you on the list for Meet the Chat? Oh, speaking of, I have a huge announcement to tell you guys as I see Vos in the chat. I don't know if you guys are ready. I don't think the boys are ready. I don't think the boys are ready. February 25th, Boss Bot Wars 8. The last ride. Boss Bot Wars Championship. We have done this right now. There will be a championship every year. It will be like the Madden Bowl. Alright? I'm tired of these fuckers stealing stuff from me. We're going to have the Boss Bot Wars Bowl. End of the year, every year. This one will wind up in a tournament. And whoever wins the Boss Bot Wars Championship. We'll get them a trophy or a belt. Could we get a belt? Could it be a possibility that we get a belt? Why not? You know, why can't we order a goddamn belt? Alright? We should get a belt. Now, I definitely want... No, what I want is a tournament, because a lot of these people are talking too much shit, like Bobby and Voles and damn spamming buttons and shit. But we got to get our match, because let's be real, Rag and Earl not going to win. But they could play in the first round, right, boys? Like, they could play in the first round. You know. What we got to do is we got to have our good matchups in the first round, and then that'll go into the tournament, you know. Earl could catch fire. I'll tell you that. You're right, Vex. Earl could catch fire because he's a streaky player. You guys have seen Earl hot. And when he's hot, Earl is streaky. I'll tell you that. You know, Rag, I don't know if you got what it takes. No, Earl gets hot. But all right, so if we have 8 people in Boss Bot Wars, it's got to be Xbox. Are we going to bring 2 people? Are we going to bring 1 person from the Xbox tournament? Are we going to have a tournament Friday and bring 1 person over who wins? Okay. Okay. So we're going to have 11. We're going to have one person brought over from. He might be the best player, though. All right, this is the rule. If you don't have a face cam, you can't play in the tournament. They are boring. But our boy, my man, the Warden was lit, though. Warden was lit. And Cole Bolts. So, I mean, Cole really not lit, but he was at least on the mic with a cam and stuff, you know. This is actually a paint stick. Well, you guys, my painters out there. But I was using it to mix my gamer stuff. So when I made a drink, you know, mix. So I'm trying to figure out what the best way is. I want a tournament because I want one champion. I want a champion. But like I said, if we bring in people from the tournament, they might be a little dry. Right? And truthfully, they might be too good. Well, we'll have Earl and Rag 6. They'll play round 1 to start the tournament. We'll have... Alright, so that's 2 people. We got to have Bobby and Vose. That's 4. Salty Jaybird. I don't know if y'all playing, though, Vose. We'll see. Because Bobby wanted to play spamming. BG? Submission videos. Geezy? Bro, the Geezy Bobby rivalry renewed? Lambo is back? Yo, Lambo might pop out crazy. Yo, Lambo might pop out crazy. Yo, Lambo might pop out. What about Shakobi Bobby? Ooh. Ooh. ScoMo again? Do you think ScoMo could duplicate his performance? How do you qualify? We'll have a tournament on Friday. Friday, February 24th will be a tournament. One way or the other. Yeah, ScoMo, nah. ScoMo not getting nothing. Xerxes not going to play. Gutfox not going to play. These dudes don't play. I don't know how many times you want me to reach out to them and get denied, but, like, what do you want me to do? They don't want to play. You know? Where's the fake dub dot? Where is he? Where? Did I make it? Somebody made a fake? Gutfox doesn't want to play. He said no. I don't know what else you want me to do. Oh, you talking about Lambo? Yeah, when Lambo got burnt? Yeah, that was tough. They were like, to be in Bot Wars, you gotta send $400. Lambo's like, okay. I'm like, damn, they should be paying me to be on Bot Wars? I was like, damn. Get Dimmu. Dimmu can't play anybody. Like, he can't, like, bro, he would lose like, there's nobody he could beat. Like, literally nobody. Like, he would lose, like, Cookie Boy. I don't even know who he would, like, he would lose to everybody. Now, apparently, I will tell you, Pop and Kep were talking shit at the Eagles game. Because Pop has been popping Kep. Like, Popular Stranger has beat Kep a lot lately. And Kep got serious. Kep started talking like he was a real man player. He's like, yo, when I really lock in, I'm different. And then Pop was like, yeah. I can't lie, Pop kind of went out a little sad. Kep was like, but when I lock in and focus. I was like, oh my God. So I will figure it out, boys. But I definitely want it to be a tournament so we can have a champion. I want to have a champion at the last Bot Wars of every year going forward, okay? The champion, the Bot Wars champion of the year. I want to have that, you know. We'll see how it works out. My man Chuck, 43 months. All right, let's do these unbans and get up out of here. Unbannies? Oh, Stack got sub or ban. Like, I hit him with a sub or ban. But I'll unban him because he made it to the podcast. Polo Drip. Yo, he was crazy, dog. I'm telling you, no, he did something worse. I'm telling you, it was worse. Yo, he was just nonstop. He was nonstop trolling. So he got banned, but I brought him back. Allen. I know, Maddie. I understand. I know I did. Good job. Yeah, I told Maddie too. He was on sub or ban. He was on sub or ban. But you're right. He's once again on sub or ban again. All right, this guy was going kind of crazy. Dude was like, I only do casual racism, never competitive. Yo, that was fucking nuts. That boy D. I'm over it. I'm over the sussy stuff. I want your bald scalp to caress my butt. I want that large long nose to tickle my peen. Please unban me. I only did these things because someone else is. I swear I'm not a follower, but I'm a leader. I will keep on watching his streams, but instead of misbehaving, I'll be nice and have a regular barbershop talks. Please unban me. I mean, this was a quality unban request. It was a quality unban request. It really was. Like, anybody that types a paragraph, like, it's a quality unban request. Like, it makes no sense. Like, he was actually, like, helping me, and then he just went crazy. Does the milkman always deliver? Yo! The Scottish hammer electrifying when he kicks. Like, what? And then he just went crazy. Like, what? Like, what? What the hell? Turtle had my keyboard. Yeah, I don't really like this guy. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't like him. I really don't like him. But we'll bring him back. Billy Zap can zap it right in my ass. Okay. It was a challenging evening to say the. This is a good band. This is a good band. That's all the bands, boys. Literally all the bands. This kid is a peckerhead. He's a peckerhead. Good comms. All right, boys. This was the new podcast, episode 194. Boss Bot Wars, February 25th. Did you guys mark it down? Did we mark it down in our calendars? Did we do that? Working on promos, getting it lit. We shall be ready. I hope you guys are here. February 25th. One last ride, Madden 23. Vo's unbanned. Dude, Vo's chat when he got blurred for the winning get in game was the nastiest. It made me feel like I have like a fairy tale chat. Oh my god. Cringe white guy getting flooded. Stupid white shit. So cringe. Ha 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 ha. I was like, damn. They were fucking railing him. Mods were working overtime. I saw people's names getting deleted so fast. Yo, names were getting the fuck out of here. I go, Skimbo shit was getting out of there too, but Vo's had the worst. Skimbo shit was bad too. They were getting deleted in that joint too. But Vo's was way worse. Vo's shit was like dog. It was crazy about Vo's. He don't win like 4 games in a row. Had like an 8-hour stream of sweating. Soon as he got flooded, dog. Oh my god. Yo. My man won so many games and they just sat there and watched. Dude, them dudes got fucking nasty instantly. The flood was bad. It was a bad flood. It was a flood. It was a flood. It was, sometimes you run out of passion. Sometimes even the men with most passion run out of passion, and that's what happened. We've all been there, boys. Yeah, sometimes you just run out of steam. No, I believe it was 35-0. I believe it was. I think it was more. It was a bad flood, but we've all been there. You run out of steam, you run out of passion, you run out of energy, you run out of momentum. You just get. Sometimes you run into the wall. Sometimes you're the dick. Sometimes you're the whole boys. Need a podcast episode 194.